Okay, I promised I would bring you along on the journey of decluttering one photo album. And I want to show you the results of the decluttering I did with this photo album. The best news is it wasn't as hard as I thought. It wasn't as difficult. I don't feel bad about it. I feel good. So what did I do? I pulled out the photos that I wanted to remember the stories, and I wrote the stories down. Just bullet points, not going into detail. That made it feel easier for me to then release the photos. Now, I admit to prior to this, I had actually shared some of these photos with friends that I saw a couple of weeks ago, and I asked them to pick out the ones they want. But I found some more, so what I did was, the photos that I decided I didn't want, that had other people in them, I'm going to share them with that person. If that person wants those older photos of them, awesome, they can have them. But if they don't want them, I'm going to be explicit in my permission to feel free to throw them away if they don't want. So I have some envelopes here with people's names on them, and I'm going to mail them to them. Now, the fun thing is, in my mind, is one of the reasons I was doing this is I want a larger quantity. No, flip it. I want a smaller quantity of photos because I want them to take up less room. And I also don't want to give somebody else the struggle of when I pass what to do with all my photos. Okay? So I am making it easy, and I'm doing it for them. This big pile of photos, I'm throwing these away. This little pile of photos, this little envelope of photos, I'm going to keep. And then the best part is, in my mind, or one of the good parts, is that I'm going to remove, after 40 years, a brown photo album that I didn't even like to begin with. I've emptied it out, and I'm going to donate it somewhere. Maybe somebody else wants the empty photo album. Who knows? Maybe it's vintage or retro by this point. Now, the wonderful thing was, going through that first one was me experimenting with this process. Now, my dears, it's going to be lather, rinse, repeat. What do I mean by that? This is brown photo album number 2, because the empty one's actually already out in the kitchen. What I did here with brown photo album number 1, I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to go through, I'm going to pull the photos out. I'm going to decide which ones I want to keep and which ones I don't want to keep. Which ones I'm going to throw away and which ones I'm going to share. I am going to have fun walking down memory lane. I may just jot down the stories, and I am going to save just the best photos of the multiples. And I am going to have fewer photos for me to then carry along with me as I age. And I won't have a burden of too many photos when I pass for somebody else to go through and say, oh my gosh, what do I do with all these photos? But the thing I want to remind you of too is I am having fun with this. I am enjoying this. I am time traveling back to when these photos were taken, and I'm deciding which ones of these memories that I want to carry forward with me now in the present and into the future. So give it a shot. Pick out a photo album. Go through it like I did and feel good about it. If it doesn't feel good, maybe a pause, but get curious why it doesn't feel good and work through that, okay? I am actually looking forward to putting a bunch of these things in the trash, putting a bunch of these things in the mail, and going through album number 2 and repeating it until, where am I here? This photo, the top shelf of this closet has like 10 photo albums in it. I'm going to do it a little bit at a time, okay? I hope this helps. It's helping me. I hope it helps you.